Scary stories, if they are real, are twice as scary. Here are some of the creepiest ones users left in a Reddit post. Paranormal or not, what has been the most terrifying, horrifying, or unnerving experience of your life? Let's start this video. Number 1. A man who worked at a medical emergency switchboard tells a story that happened during his workday. You won't believe what happened. This anonymous user on Reddit narrates.
Around 3 in the morning, an elderly lady called us saying that she was not feeling well. I tried to get more information about the symptoms as indicated in the protocol, but she only told me I'm not feeling well. Can you send someone to help me? He gave me his address and number, and told me that no one was home, but the door was open so the doctors could come in. After a minute, he told me that he was going to the bathroom and that he was leaving the phone for a moment. I asked him to tell me first what was happening to him exactly while we sent an ambulance for him. She repeated to me that she was going to the bathroom for a minute, and I didn't hear her again. 2 more minutes passed, and one of the assistants who had already arrived at the woman's house called me, and his tone of voice immediately gave me a bad feeling. Emergencies. How exactly did you get the call? I explained to him that it had been the patient herself from the landline, and he did not answer me directly, but used his cell phone to call the office, as if he did not want to be heard on the radio. Are you sure another family member hasn't called or something? I explained to him that the call had been made by the patient about 8 minutes ago, and I was amazed by what he told me. She's in the bathroom, but this woman has been dead for at least 12 hours. We'll need an agent to come here.
Isn't that creepy? Number 2. This young woman tells a horrifying anecdote that happened in her old house. This anonymous user on Reddit narrates.
My family and I were about to move out of the house we had lived in all our lives until I was 16 years old. As you can imagine, we were sorry to leave behind so many memories. A few days before the move, I decided to remember something I used to do as a child. Go into the storage/cupboard that we have under the stairs and start reading with a flashlight. It felt like a refuge there, and since we kept a lot of quilts and stuffed animals, it was perfect to recline and read. After half an hour, I moved a little to get comfortable, and suddenly I heard a soft, slow and scratchy voice whispering in my ear, "You always make me happy." From the scare I got, I hit my head on the ceiling and almost broke the door to get out of there. After hyperventilating and explaining to my family why my face was white, we found out that the voice was coming from the teddy bear they bought me when I was 3 years old, and that speaks when you press on its belly. I must have leaned against it by accident, but when I squeezed it again, it made no more sound.
Number 3. This story happened to the mother of an anonymous Reddit user.
At a time when he was doing very badly, in every sense, a family friend, who apparently wanted to, recommended a healer. My mother believed in all of that. I remember that as children we used to go at dawn once a year to the house of a guy who told you if you had any witchcraft, prayed for you and told you what weeds to take, etc. The thing that the healer recommended to him was a payambanda or something like that. The issue is that my mother must have gone 3 or 4 times. She would go once a week, until she stopped going because after the last session she said she saw the shadow of a guy standing at the door of the room, or sometimes he stopped at the foot of the bed or sat on the bed. The shadow had the figure of the umbandista.
Thanks for watching this video. Let me know if you liked it by hitting the like button. Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss anything. See you in another video.